Imagine you could turn a flat image into a full interactive 3D world with AI. Here's the problem. Every time you want a new environment for a game level, a short film, or an AR demo, you either hunt through asset stores or wait days for custom 3D work. By the time you get it, your idea has already changed. Marble by Worldlabs flips that. You just describe the world you want, and it generates a high-fidelity 3D space you can actually move through, edit, and stitch into bigger worlds. You can start from text, an image, even a 360 panorama. Say you're prototyping an eerie sci-fi corridor for a VR experience. Instead of blocking it out by hand, you prompt it in Marble, explore it in 3D, tweak the lighting and layout in Studio, then export it straight into your pipeline or turn it into a cinematic shot. So instead of spending days building a world, you spend minutes, then iterate like crazy. Let me show you how it works. First, we create our own world for the horror game I am making called Elevator of Doom. You can input a text prompt with images or build a 3D scene with primitives. We go with a post-apocalyptic underground parking garage as our world. It takes around 10 minutes to make a world, and once it is ready, you can fully explore it like in a game and walk around. It looks good, but you can see the limitations. The room of the Gaussian splat that is generated is very small, so we can go into create mode and expand it by generating additional splats in the same style. The problem is they don't automatically stitch together, so it is still very early tech. After you expand it, you can go to studio mode, and here you can load all the expanded splats you made and try to stitch them together manually. We can move and scale different splats here and even load additional models. For example, I loaded the model of the soldier and positioned it inside our parking scene. Then you can even make some kind of video from different angles. But you can see the technology is still very early, and it looks pretty much like AI slop for now and is pretty much unusable. I hope the next versions will be better. I tried creating a few more worlds, and while the center point looks good, once you go to the corners, you can see the limitations of this technology quickly. It all turns into a smushy, morphing mess in the corners. Finally, we can try to download a high-quality mesh, which saves the file as a GLB with textures. This is how it looks after we load it into a GLB viewer. Over 1 million polygons. Finally, we can try to load it into our 3.js horror game. As you can see, it loads fine and I can even walk around. But so far, you can see the limitations of the technology. The quality is just not there yet. But I look forward to testing their new version 2 in the future, as this is just a glimpse into this amazing technology so far, and it will only get better from here. That's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe and tell me what to test next. See ya!